Hello folks. Hi there. This is just a quick clip. I had this this little small I don't call it a casserole, maybe a lidded flan. I just wanted to finish it off. It's something I need to finish off and get dry. So why don't you join me? Let's go on the wheel head here, and we'll talk about that as we do it. So there we are. Let's bring a little bit more light to bear down this way. That's it. So, all right. So this was 1.5 pounds, I believe. What have I got here? I haven't written down that right. It's supposed to be 1.5 pounds. And I've only written down 8 ounces, which is the lid. So that's not much good, is it? So it's actually 1.5 pounds for the body. Yeah, okay. It's worth writing things down, you know, especially if you're like a bit of a production person. So this body here, 1.5 pounds, and the lid, this fella, was 8 ounces. Okay. Basically, what I've got to do now is just finish it very quickly. So we're going to do a speedy job. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to invert this guy. Just tap center. We're going to give him a very light skim here, like that. That's all right. Actually, I need my water pot back. I was using it over here. So my water. I need that. Sponge. Okay, these are really dead simple to make. Basically, it's like a flat-bottomed GP bowl, isn't it? Yeah. Where the rolled rim is, though, with my thumb I've made a gallery. Okay. To receive a lid, which is this. Okay. So the base is now done. Let's just see how well that lid fits. I did measure it, but I've got a feeling it might be a little on the small side. But yes, he is a little bit more play than I would have liked, to be honest. But there may still be some shrinking to do in this one. You know, the lid is probably shrunk a bit more than the actual body. Okay, let's just. I'm going to put the lid there, I'm going to tap center him. Apply some pressure, keep him stuck down. We're just going to create like a domed top to this. Again, reflecting the inside shape with the outside. You basically want to copy a mirror image of what you've got on the inside, but on the outside. Dee 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 dee. Yeah, I call this a lidded ramekin. It's very utilitarian. sort of straight-sided. Let's bring the camera in for a bit of detail while we prepare for the knob. Let's try and zoom down there. The view from above. Alright, okay. There he is. Alright. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to use the corner of our trim tool there just to make a little spiral. Okay. Now just put a little water into that spiral there too. Okay, and I've got actually more clay here than I really need, so I'm going to discard almost half of it. We're going to roll the lump of clay like I'm doing till you get a nice round lump. Okay. Put it on and just see how you think it may look. It may even still be a little too big. Just going to take off a little bit more. Now we're going to roll him like that, so he looks like that, sort of barrel shaped. Okay, now take a little bit of soft clay out of your tray and you can add a little bit of that on there. Sometimes knobs have a tendency to come off. Okay, we're going to take the now without the motor going around like that, in other words manually, just push down like that with your left hand, and with your right hand just rotate the wheel around. Okay, it's going to, what I need to concentrate on now is making the join right here where the soft clay meets the harder clay of the lid. Now there's different ways I've shown you to do that. You can use your thumbnail like that. You can actually smear the clay down like this, you see. Taking some of the soft clay with the back of your fingernail and alright, well we've done it that way this time, haven't we? Last time we did it a different way. It doesn't matter. Okay, wet your fingers and with the wheel going around slowly, just begin to throw the knob onto the... Okay, well maybe at this stage I'm going to use my thumbnail here, yeah, just to, because I use my thumbnail because it's rounded, you see. Now I just need to squeeze it a little bit, just to waste him. Give him a little waste. Yeah, he's popped up a little bit now because I've squeezed him. You see, he's gained a little bit in height. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my needle tool and I'm going to put him in to the centre and lift. Okay. Lift that little bit of extra clay off. You see, even though I still have too much clay in there. Okay, so remember what we talked about lids, didn't we? Lids need to be they're very practical things, and knobs are even more practical. So you want something that's going to be functional, but it's also going to be, it's also going to look right. Does it look right? Well, that's a really important question, isn't it? Does it look right? Does it do the job it was intended to do? That's the other question. So it's better to give your all knobs a slight wasted sense to them, so because it gives some purchase for your fingers to hold on to. All right. Have you ever, some of these, I've picked up some things that had lids, and they really are not practical. You know, there's no sort of wastedness to them, so you can't grip the lid. Okay, so we're just going to release that. Can you see that there? It's slightly wasted, isn't it? Which is going to give a nice feel to the fingers. All right. Okay, let's just pull back the camera and what I need to do is put a hole underneath, don't I, for steam to escape when this gets fired. We want a breather hole just right in the middle there. It hasn't got to be very deep, just half an inch or so. Okay, just like that. Right, while we're here now, I'm just going to check the lid for any bumps, scratches, indentations, abrasions, you name it. Alright, so let's put the lid. Yeah, as I said, this lid, I have made it very slightly, it's very slightly smaller than I had in mind, but the next one will be better, won't it? It's all about practice. If you don't get it right the first time, well, you can, this is just a very simple, just a, now you could argue, well, it should have lugs on it, Simon, like the other, like the casseroles you've just done. Well, yes, you can put, for sure you can put lugs on it, and it'll probably look great with lugs on. On the other hand, the cleanness of the line with nothing there is also, remember, it's got a rolled rim, you see, so it enables me, it's got something for me to hold on to there, so if I want to lift it up like that. The rolled rim here serves a practical purpose, and that it gives me a purchase point for my fingers. So it's actually really got lugs already there, if you see what I mean. If you're going to put lugs on, it would just be an extra thing. You have to weigh these things up, don't you? According to, well, how much time have you got, you know, and what is it really necessary, etc., etc. So think about those things. Anyway, folks, there's that little lidded flan. You could really, you see, you could really do these in any number of sizes. I don't know whether you really want to do it any smaller than that, to be honest. But you can certainly do. You could certainly do that in a bigger size. Yeah, and then you might want to think about putting lugs on. So many different kinds of things that we can do, aren't there? So many variations. It's like musical notes. I think of music, and I think of all the different notes there are in music, and all the different tunes, and it's a bit like that with what we do, isn't it? All the different shapes and all the different combinations of things that you can do and make is really incredible. It's creative. Be creative. Yeah. Okay, folks, thanks for joining me. I hope that's been of some help and maybe inspired you. Nice to make things for the kitchen, isn't it, that we're going to use. Okay, take it easy, we'll see you soon. Keep practicing. Bye bye.